What's up, everybody? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome to the first ever High Volume Games live stream here on YouTube. We're testing it out, seeing if it's going to work out well for uh, for Extra Life next week. We might move it from our normal Twitch channel over to YouTube. So we're going to play our normal solo player sessions week right here on YouTube Live. So that's pretty cool. So today, I sort of just mentioned it, but we're going to play Rolling America from Gamewright. This is a roll and write game I got a few years back. Very fun. Basically, you roll dice. You have a map of the USA, and you take the dice, or take the numbers off the die that you have, and then put them in each state. But you can only have, or all the states have to have numbers that are either one number higher, even, or one number lower. So if you have a state, say like Texas here, let me show you the map first. There you go. So each region, we'll call them, is represented by a colored die. We have 7 colored die throughout. 6 to represent the 6 regions, plus a clear wild die. We're going to put those in the bag for turn 1. And then, like I said, each region is represented by a color, and each. So if you say you need, say you have a 5 in Texas, then any state touching Texas has to be, so Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Look at my geography skills. Those would have to be either a 4, 5, or 6. Now there's 3 little ways about it. Steve from After Further Review is in the chat. Welcome to the first ever live stream here on the High Volume Games channel. There's 3 ways of kind of altering the numbers on the game. One is color change. So if you rolled a purple 2 and you didn't need the 2 there, but you needed the 2 out here in Oregon, you can do it that way. Take the tip, and you get a color change. There's guard. So say you just have a number that you don't like at all. Like I said, my example was Texas was a 4, or a 5. Say we have a 1, and really Oklahoma is left. Or you just don't like that 5 there, and you want to block something away. You can then take your guard, put the 1, circle around it, and there you go. No, now nothing has to be the same with Oklahoma. And then dupe is basically copying. So you can say you got a 3, you want to put it in Montana. You can also put a 3 in North Dakota or anywhere else in the region. So those are your 3 ways of getting a little better option to help you out a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll 8 rounds, and we're going to we're going to pull from the bag 3 times in each round to get 6 die. 1 is going to always be left in there. And that's basically it. So, thanks for watching. Thank you for coming in, Steve. I hope everything sounds right, and hope everything at least looks decent. Thank you for the idea of doing this, too, because it was me talking with Steve a little earlier that got me to want to try this. So here we go, our first ever roll live. And we're going to start off with 2 4s, 1 red, 1 green. I'm not a fan of red already, but because red's in the, but red 4 is okay. Let's start red in Pennsylvania. And we'll go green in Texas. We'll try that. So as you can see, let me just put this back up. I have put the 4 in Texas and the 4 in Pennsylvania. See, not only is this a game, but it's also a geography lesson. Okay. Die roll number 2. Oh, great. It's a 1 purple and a 1 yellow. And I don't really have a problem. No, that's not bad. We'll put the 1 yellow or the 1 purple in Maine, because Maine only has New Hampshire around it. We'll put the 1 in Florida, because, okay, we need... So because my strategy with this is, okay, Texas has to be a 4, so we'll keep Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, low. So we basically want yellow and the rest of red to be kind of low. Alright, our next row. Okay, we have a blue 6 and a wild 3. Okay. So the blue 6, I don't really like it at all. But, who knows? We could get high up here. We could put the 6 here in Michigan, and, I mean, that's going to force Ohio to have to be a 5, but, we'll see. We'll put that there. We'll put the 6. The wild 3, I think we should just put in Louisiana, because we're going to make that easterly trek to Florida. And so there we go. So that is our official round 1 of this game. So we put our dice back in. Shake it up. So yeah, if this works out, we're going to test this out more, and because this could be the way to go from now on. Stick to the High Volume Games channel on YouTube. Okay, we have a red 3 and a wild 2. So that's a great roll for us on a lot of ways. We have a 4 here on Pennsylvania, so we need a 3. We can't have the 3 here in Ohio, though. But we can put the 3 maybe in South Carolina. So we'll put the 3 in South Carolina, and what we'll do is we'll take this wild 2 and put it in Georgia, so that it's next to the 1 in Florida. So now we're looking pretty good here, although I'm sort of forcing my hand here that I have to go 3-4 in North Carolina and Virginia, but so far so good. Now let's just say, I forgot to mention this, let's just say, okay, we get this, but we end the game and we're not able to, or we block ourselves, so we can't get anything, we don't have any of these left, and we're just landlocked. Like there's too many numbers that just don't match up. We just X out that state, and that state is gone for this. And the whole purpose of this game is to end up with the least amount of X states. So okay, so 2-4. That 2 is awful for us as far as blue. The 4 isn't bad. I think the 4's main option is Arkansas. But the 2 in blue really doesn't go well unless we push out west. Or we could use our guard and say, put it in Wisconsin. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the 2, put it in Wisconsin, and block a little bit, and use the guard. I could have put it in Montana, but we don't know what's going to happen in the West yet. We haven't rolled an orange die yet, so if we end up rolling high in the orange, then we're going to have to use it anyway. And purple and green 3s. Okay, green 3 is perfect. We can go right to Oklahoma with that. Because they're all touching. And the purple 3. Well, we have to roll a 2 anyway in New Hampshire, so we can put it either in Vermont or Massachusetts. So we'll go with putting in the 3 in Massachusetts, and that is our round 2. So we've used our 1 guard. We put it up in Wisconsin where the 2 is. Steve said, I like how the dice pips are stars. Nice touch. Yes, always a nice. I always like any variations in the die. Like where we played last week in our solo player sessions, we played First Contact Yorktown, and they have the alien faces on them, and they glowed in the dark. These are nice. I love this clear wild die. And we've actually played this game, Steve, when we were at Battlegrounds. Alright, so we're starting off with a blue 6 and a orange 6. And oh, that blue 6. I mean, technically I could put it in Indiana, but then I'm going to have a real hard time getting to a 6 in these other spots. We're going to put the orange 6 in Alaska. Just start off with Alaska. Alaska and Hawaii don't touch anything, so you can just kind of waste that one. We could color change the blue 6. I think we're going to color change the blue 6 and put it in Washington. That could be a huge mistake, but we'll see. I think it's too early to worry about mistakes yet. Okay, 2s. A 2 in red and a 2 in yellow, which again, that is actually a great roll for us, because we can put the 2 in yellow here, in Alabama, and we could put the 2 in North Carolina. It's going to kind of make us work. We're going to have to work in this game. A lot of thought to this game. Gamewright is known for more, like family and kids games. This is one of the, more games that really have to decide on stuff. Okay, so a 5. A wild 4 is nice. I'll take a wild 4. We can put that anywhere. Because we have really good numbers in places. There's a 5 on the purple. Now, here's a thought. We could put the 5 in New Jersey. Because it's next to Pennsylvania's 4. That would mean that's going to force, though, if we put the 5 there, that forces Connecticut to have to be a 4 because you have a 5 in New Jersey and a 3 in Massachusetts. Steve says, gotta run, Pat's game is starting. Happy gaming, can't wait for the Extra Life Marathon. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy, hope that Pats do well. So yeah, so if we put this 5 there, New York has to be a 4, or a 5. No, it has to be a 4. And then Connecticut has to be a 4. So we're sitting there and putting it. But we have this wild 4 here, so we could sort of make sure that they are. So we'll put the 5 there, and we'll put a 4 in. We'll go with New York because New York has more states. So that is our round 3. And yes, Steve, we'll talk more about the Extra Life Marathon this week. But that is round 3. We're looking good. We have no X's yet. We've only used one of our add-ons. And so, but now it's going to get harder and harder. All right, round 4. We have a red 1 and a purple 3. Okay, the purple 3 is fine. Red 1, I don't like. I don't like a 1 at this point on this board. Purple 3. Your best case for the purple 3 is like a Rhode Island. You could, because you need that Connecticut to be a 4. So put Rhode Island as 3. The red 1, I have nothing for the red 1. We could guard. Yeah, I don't want to dupe. We could color change, but I don't really have a spot for it either. So guard is really our only option. If we guard in North Carolina, that gives us more options up here. So I think we'll guard North Carolina. I always found guard to be, originally when I started playing the game, guard used to be the one you used last. Now it seems like guard is the one you use early. Oh, an orange 6. Oh, first off, I have to change something here. I did use a color change. My apologies. I caught that. And the reason why I know that is because we just rolled an orange 6 and a yellow 6. Our orange 6 is going to go to Oregon. And I think we're going to color change this yellow 6 into, because yellow 6 doesn't work. We could either use our last guard, or we could put color change and put it here in Hawaii or Idaho. But Idaho, now you're really pushing the 6s eastward. So I think we'll color change the 6, put it in Hawaii, and now we've used up 2 color change and 2 guards. Okay, so 5 and 3. Wild 5, okay, that we can use. 3 on the green is fine, perfectly fine. The question is, do I want to use a dupe and double up on the green, or double up on the wild 5? Like, we could go 5 in Idaho and a 5 in California. Now, we still need a 5 in Nevada because it's touching Oregon 6, but at least we got 2 more states in our books. Again, the whole purpose of the game is to get the least amount of X's, so the more states we got, the better. Now, what's great about this game, and it's the instruction booklet, is the last part of the instruction booklet. It basically says, a word from Gamewright, and it talks about the fact that if you want a perfect score. Speaking of which, we've played dozens of times and have yet to score below 5x. So basically, a perfect score is like out of the realm of possibility. And they're saying they have yet to score a game of 5x. So if you can get 5x or better, you're amazing. All right. Okay. So here we go. Round 5. A green 3 and a purple 3. Oh, I like... do I like that? Yeah, I like the purple 3. Purple 3 will be Vermont. Green 3 will be Kansas. I was wondering, should I dupe there and go with both? Yellow 6 and a blue 3. The yellow 6 does not work out in my plans at all. The blue 3 doesn't really either, but we could probably put it... If I put it there... If I put it in South Dakota... we could fours here... The yellow 6 does nothing for us at all, so we have to either use our last color change or our last guard. I feel like using the 6 here in what I'm gonna say, again, geography, I'm gonna say is Kentucky. No. One is Virginia. That's West Virginia. Yeah, so I'm going to say that's Kentucky. We'll put the guard there. I guess we could have color changed over to Nevada. But yeah, we're going to 3. Now, we could put 3 here or here. We'll go there. So we've officially used our last guard. This is where the X's start. So we got a red 5 and an orange 6. That's actually not a bad roll there. We're very high in yellow or in orange, and we could put the 5 here in Delaware because we have a 5 in New Jersey, we have a 4 in Pennsylvania, and we have a blank roll here, which is blocked in Maryland. So that's a good one. We're going to take that. So we'll put a 5 there in Delaware. We'll put a 6 in Nevada, and at least we've gotten to turn 5 done without a single X. So we're going to get X's, there's no doubt about that, but we're... Again, it's about getting the least amount of X's. So there's our board as of turn 5. At least I'm happy because, I figured we're live streaming. This is live, as Steve and I joke, live TV. That's when the rolls get really bad. That's when the shuffles get bad. Everything just starts to melt down. But we're playing decent. It's not going to be a perfect round, but we're playing decent. Okay. Yeah. Here comes our first X. This might be well, I don't know. We got a color change. But there's no place I can use that green 1. The yellow 6 can't be used at all. I could color change that, and I could color change that to the west. What I think is going to be awful is I think this line here, like right here, from New Mexico, it may end up Xing out because these numbers are so high and these numbers are lowish. But yeah, we cannot, so we can either take an X or color change. Color change is there's no numbers that are going to work. So I think we're going to have to... Are we going to take 2 X's, or are we just going to color change 1 and then X? I think our best bet here is to color, or to take this 6, color change it to orange. And then X out this green 1, because we can't put a green 1 anywhere. So we'll just have our first X be New Mexico. We are sorry, New Mexico. Red 1 and an orange 5. That orange 5 is good, because that orange 5 will be Utah. Which means, and we've got it kind of surrounding 3s, so any 4s could work if I can roll green 4s in the next 3 rolls. But, again, that red 1 is awful, so we have to take an X somewhere. Now, if we could bank that we can roll a red 5, we could keep that, or we could X out here or here. But this one is literally touching a 4 and 2 guards, so it's pretty wide open. If we X Ohio, then that could be basically any number that is 3, 4, or 5. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to X out Ohio. Unfortunately, we've gone from nothing to 2 X's, but we kind of figured that was going to happen. And here we go with a blue 4 and a 5. Now, let's talk about that one. Because we could do some things with that. That is actually a fantastic kind of roll, because remember, we have 2 dupes left. We have this 3 sitting here. We have this 5 sitting here. So we know that Montana essentially has to be a 4. So we're going to, and actually, I don't think that's as good a roll as I think it is going to be. The green 5, or the wild 5 does not much, but again, I could actually put that wild 5 where I just said, where we need a 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to put the wild 5 in. We're going to call that West Virginia. No, it is West Virginia. But the 4 is interesting because, again, we know that this is a 5 and this is a 3. Montana has to be a 4. So we can take that. If we dupe North Dakota, we could at least, again, get 2 states. And that's our goal, is just to get states at this point. So we're going to dupe. And there we go. That is turn 6. And as of right now, this is our board. We have 2 X's in Ohio and New Mexico. But we're still alive in a lot of other states. But we only have the dupe left, which means we either need to have an awesome wild roll or an awesome like green, blue, yellow, where there is states that have multiple states that are still touching that can be even. Like, give me a green 4 right now. No, or a wild 4. And then we could dupe 2 states. Oh. Okay, well, the good news is that orange 5 is null because we don't have any orange states left. But that green 1 is awful because, yeah, we don't have a color change. We don't have a state that can be a 1. So we're going to have to throw an X out there. That has to be a 4. That would have to be a 4. That could be 3, 4, or 2 if I... Alright, so we'll put an X here. And the state... That's Colorado. The state I visited not too long ago. Oh, Lord, our rolls are getting... I said something too early. No, that's just how it is. Actually, that's not officially bad, this blue, because this is a 6. This state here is an X. This state here is a guarded 6. So there's nothing saying we can't put a 6 in Indiana. So we'll do that. And the red 3 has to... Oh, the red 3 is an X. Darn it! Only because this... because we put the 5 in Delaware. So that's going to be an X. Oh, so 4X now. Uh-oh, our shot of being, better than the people who made the game is not going to be good. Yellow 3 works, okay. Purple 5, no. The question is, do we... Oh, so, yeah, we'll X out our purple. Sorry, Connecticut. Or actually, do we keep Connecticut going? Connecticut has to be a 4. Vermont has to be a 2. It doesn't really matter. But we can do the yellow 3. But we can dupe the yellow 3. I think that's what we're going to do. Because there's a 2, 3, 4 here. If we dupe here, it's a 2, 3, 4 and a guard. So we're going to dupe that. So we are officially at 5X going into our last turn of the game. As we now have Connecticut, Maryland, and Ohio. Well, no, Ohio was already there. It was Connecticut, Maryland, and Colorado now X'd out. So we are going to roll our last rolls. Unfortunately, we know we're going to get X's because we don't have any more power-ups, and blue has 3 states. So unless I roll a wild and a blue, I'm still going to get 1 X. I'm going to claim that the downfall of this game was not a good utilization of the wilds or the dupes. But we got a yellow 3 and a wild 3. Now, the yellow 3 has to be right here because we got a 3, a 4, and a 3. Now, the wild 3, we cannot put it in Vermont. Red is done. Yellow's done. Blue has got the most. And green, we can't put in that green. We can put it in that green. We can put it in this green here. This is going to X out that automatically. We're going to put it in the green here. And our reason is because if we roll a 5... No, actually, that doesn't matter. We're already out with that one. But no, let's hope for something good. A blue, any number really, or a green. Those are really the only thing we can do now. Purple and red 5s don't matter. And a blue 2 actually works. The orange one doesn't matter, but the blue 2 works because here... No, it doesn't. Actually, yes, it does. If we put the blue 2 here, there's a 3, a 3, a 3. The others will be X'd just out of... So that is it. So we'll X out the other states that didn't get used. There were 3 of them. So our number of X's is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 X's. And I think that's about right where I normally am in this game. It's right about 8. I think I've had one that might have been less and a few that have been more. So we'll take it. Alright, my friends, that is Rolling America from Gamewright. Check them out. It's not an expensive game at all, and you get 100 pads with the states on them, and it is a very fun game. Absolutely enjoy it. Very good pocket game, like a game to take home on a trip with you, because this is all it is as far as how big it is, and yeah, you can easily take that on a trip. It doesn't take a long time. It took a long time in this just because we're explaining stuff, but it generally takes about 15 minutes to play. And you can play one player or as many players as you want. You use the same roles for each, even though you can use different states with your role. So, all right, that's going to be it for this week of solo player sessions. I hope everyone had a great time. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Steve, for coming in and checking out our first ever live stream. So if this does work on the live stream thing, we'll probably do this board game solo player session each time like this, and maybe even the promotion wars. But till then, we'll see you next week. Next week we're doing the Extra Life 24-hour marathon, and I'll probably be discussing more on that on the channel in this week. So we'll hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. I will figure out how to do this. Okay. There we go.